right? So you've backed up to the dock, but you're a few inches or you're a few feet off the mark and you need to move yourself over. But the problem is you don't have very much room in front to play with. So you have to use the area off to the left or to the right. Now, personally, I like to do it to the left because otherwise you will be blindsiding. Now, there's too many ways to figure out how to do this. All right. Basically, sometimes it's kind of like restarting your setup and just trying to get it in. But let me go ahead and just show you a few. All right. Some people may think that I'm absolutely crazy and that's not always going to work, but physics are physics. Okay. So starting off, you're always going to crank your steering wheel all the way to the left because anything else but that is not enough. Okay. So we're going to go forward. All right. We're going to go forward, 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 cranking your steering wheel all the way to the left. Keep going. Anything but this is wrong. So what am I doing here? So what I'm focusing on is my axles, all right, regardless if they're all the way back, forward, whatever. Right? I'm looking at my axles and I'm waiting for them to get past the line, all right, that I want to get next to. All right, so it's just past. So I'm just going to keep going, keep going, keep going. And okay, roughly around there, they're past it. All right, I could go further more, but I definitely wouldn't want to do before this. All right, now you have to ask yourself, what do you do now? Okay, now one of the things you could do is turn all the way to the right. Okay, turn all the way to the right and then go forward. Okay, so here we go. We're just reducing the angle right here. So going forward, going forward, going forward, and then back to the left again. Okay, now that, depending on how much you're trying to move over, all right, matters. But roughly, this is what we're going to do. Now, noting that the angle that I'm at, basically I'm at the same angle I was when I stopped before I went to the right and then to the left again. Okay, so now I'm just going to point my steer straight and I'm going to start backing up. All right, I'm just going to see what's happens here. Okay, so I'm just going to back it up, back it up, back it up. Keep going, and I'm going to start chasing now. Now, I may need to go right back to where I was just to take a look what was going to happen. All right, so we're centered in the space, but the trailer and the truck are not in a straight line. So it's not ideal, but we can fix this pretty simply. All right, we've already done that. We've already done the hard work. The hard work was getting the trailer into the center of the space. Now, all we have to do is just fix this angle. So all we have to do is go forward, all right, and go to the right. We're going to go all the way to the right, all the way to the fence, okay? And then stop. Then we're going to chase it all the way, hard. We're going to keep going. And we made it do a slight little pull forward in a minute, all right? But we're still centered in our space, okay? Now, because we have the room, we're just going to back up a little bit more and stop. Now we're going to do a pull forward because we have a tiny little bit of room right now, all right? So I'm just going to pull forward a little bit. Crank it just because I want to crank it straight all the way over. That way it'll straighten me up in the shortest distance. So this is personally what I do, okay? This is what I do every single time I need to move it over. I always go off to the left, all right? Keep going. And then once my trailer is actually passed, then I go to the right, then back to the left, finishing the same angle I was before I went off to the right. Anyway, so, and then point my steer straight and guide it back, just like I just did. Now, another way to do it, all right, let's go ahead and start again. All right, so off to the left. Let's keep going, and wait for our axles to get past the line. There we go. Let's go a little further. All right, okay, we're just going to go back a few feet in a dead straight line. All right, and now we're going to chase it. Chase. Cranking. All right, we're centering the space, but we're not quite exactly where the truck isn't at the angle we would like it to be, so we can just go forward. And now we can try again. And that's looking much better. There we go. I like that. So we're just going to go back to this point. Then we do a pull forward, and we're in. Okay, we just got a small little maneuvering. Just tiny little maneuvering. And we are centered in the space. So another way to do it, which is extremely long and is just going to take forever, is to just use the room in front. All right. Now this is going to take a long time. So I'm going to basically do a bit of a time lapse and how much moving I'm going to do. Okay. And eventually I'm going to bring it over and finish. Okay. So it's just, yeah. All right, so that was like 7 pull-ups. Now, just in case you don't actually understand what I was doing there, I gave myself some rules. All right, the rules were when I go forward, I'm gonna start off creating an angle between the truck and the trailer. All right, and just a slight one, roughly around there. See that angle right there? Now, obviously, I'm looking at the green line over here. Of course, when you're sitting in your cab, you can't see that green line. All you can see is in the left-hand mirror. So the amount of trailer that you can see, all right, you want to mirror that on the other side afterwards. All right, so go ahead and stop. Turn your steering wheel all the way to the right. We're going to go forward, and we're going to make this green line basically mirror image over here. Okay, and then stop. Okay, then you all you have to do now is go forward, and then once you got a straight back, you stop. Now, what I've been able to tell myself there is that I'm still finished off parallel. Now, I could have actually used some more room, so I could have actually created a larger angle. So now in reverse, we're going to do this exact same thing. All right, we're going to go to the right. All right, we're going to reverse, and we're going to create that angle again, and then turn the steering wheel all the way. Again, these are serpentine movements. Okay. Anyway, so and then we straighten it up, and we should be parallel again. All right, so one more time, all the way to the left. All right, and let's go forward. Let's say we create this much of an angle. Okay, chances are I'm not going to be able to create the exact same angle on the other side. So now when you are doing this, all right, please look in the left-hand mirror. Oh, sorry, whatever. Yeah, please look in the left-hand mirror until you're straight, and then you look in the right-hand mirror. All right, so we're going to try create that same angle roughly around there. Yeah, okay, cool. And now we turn all the way to the left and straighten up. See if we can even get it straight without hitting the wall. Look at that, just about. Okay, so that was the most I could possibly do. Now, of course, now that we know how much of an angle to do it, all right, so I'm going to turn all the way to the right, and so it's rough. That might have been a bit too much. I don't think I'm going to be able to finish this one now. Okay, let's try. Okay, we're going to get it straight back, and now... And then, of course, we keep the angle going. And we try straighten up in the shortest distance. But anyway, so that's the gist of it, okay? Basically, there we go. Anyway, so we moved it over like an inch. That's not good enough, okay? But if that's all you need to do, then by all means, do that. If you only need to move over an inch, yeah, that's the method that you need to do. It's basically a serpentine. And the reason why I stop each time before I steer, all right, and is... because I'm trying to maximize the little room I have. All right, that's it. All right. Yes, we are done with this level. All right. Like, subscribe, tell your friends about the game, download it, and all that kind of junk. All right, and don't forget to watch the podcast that I'm in. Just another trucking podcast. All right, later. Bye-bye.